What's up everyone? Today we're showing off this very cool upcoming Autobattler called the Bazaar. It's actually the game that inspired Super Auto Pets and it has been in development for 6 years now. I have access to the closed beta thanks to Rev GT giving me one of his keys, so I'm super thankful for that. And without further ado, let's hop into the game and we can explore it a little bit. If it's liked, I think to make it a long stay on the channel. I do find the game quite fun. If you have been wondering why there haven't been a lot of uploads recently, it is because I have been studying the Blade. I have been studying exactly how to play this game, exactly how to make good builds. And here we go, here in the game. This is our character, this is Vanessa, this is our HP, this is our little carpet where we're going to be placing all of our items. And we're going to start off with a selection of 3 different items. We can either take a shoe blade for 30 damage with 30% crit chance, a double barrel shotgun that only gets to fire twice but it deals 90 damage every time, or we can take some relatively tame healing. You know what? I have never played around with ammo weapons that much, so let's take the double barrel shotgun. Let's also enhance the damage with a skill. These are passive abilities. This one will increase our leftmost weapon by 24 damage, which is going to be highly relevant with the double barrel shotgun. Now we deal 69 damage, nice. It gets to deal it twice and it has 2 ammo, so it has a lot of damage potential. What do we want to get? Maybe we want to go for a skill. Every single turn you have a option between 2 different choices. Here you have a vendor, here you have a free item, and this is typically just a random encounter. This time it happened to be yet another vendor, so we're going to be taking that. If we can get something to boost our economy or damage in the early game, I think we'll be super happy. When you win a fight against a player, gain 2 gold, or we can just gain 10 gold immediately. Gold is what we use to buy stuff, if that wasn't obvious enough, so I think we're going to get some startup gold to make our build that much stronger. We get to fight a selection of 3 different opponents right here. You have the Viper, which typically gives you poison items. We are rolling with the shotgun though, so I don't think we really need any poison. The Pyro gives you burning stuff, which once again is in the focus of our build. So I guess we go up against this drone and we hopefully get to defeat them. Every time you get to fight a monster and you defeat it, you get to steal one of their items or skills. So it's very important to tactically select just who you want to fight. And here we steal one of their weapons. Deal 25 damage, and when we win a fight with this weapon, it gets to permanently scale for another 25 damage. So we're going to be using the double barrel shotgun in order to level up the name of this weapon that I'm not even going to bother pronouncing. In the meantime, we can maybe visit another vendor since we did get some extra gold, but this one sells us small and large items, which currently we cannot really fit in. So I guess we can just find an abandoned chest with this event and get some golden experience, so we can get a small or medium item, but I think the golden experience is going to be highly relevant for our purposes. We can go to a shop that sells medium items actually, so we can find copies of the weapons we already have, hoping to level them up. This one is great as well. It is the shovel. At the start of each day, get a small item from any hero. We are playing this one particular hero, but this card will allow us to get stuff from other classes and maybe go insanely overpowered using it, so I think we're going to buy it. Items that you buy go to your stash, which is another 10 spaces of inventory, your backpack if you will. So we can at any point in time bring out the shovel instead of one of the weapons that we have. I don't think it's a good idea since it deals less damage. It is here in the stash just to generate some extra items for us. So let's try to reroll, hoping to find something useful. We get a fishing rod, which is very similar to the shovel, but it will be giving us aquatic items. So we take the shovel, we take the fishing rod, and every single day we are going to have 2 extra items waiting for us in our stash. So let's hop into the fight. This is a real player. This is a person who has done a build and they are putting it out for people to play against. It's asynchronous, similarly to how Super Autopads does it. They actually have the exact same build as us, so maybe it's a draw. But thankfully in this game, draws are considered to be wins for you. So even though we end up on 0 HP, we actually win the encounter and gain our first victory. The point of the game is obviously to get up to 10 victories, exactly like Super Auto Pets, and then you get to win. So how do we want to approach this? We level up, we get some max HP, and we get some potential rewards. We can enhance the weapons that we already have, we can get an ammo item, which is most likely going to be yet another weapon, or we can get some max HP by eating fruits. I think we're going to go for an ammo weapon. Maybe we go for an ammo synergy and we find a cannon. Okay, so I think this is a very powerful start, to be honest with you. Cannon deals 25 damage and also burns our opponent, so it's going to be extremely powerful. Yeah, our early game is incredibly good right now. We can also take a look at the items that we got. Reload the item next to this for 1 ammo is the item we got from the shovel, which is going to be an excellent synergy with the double barrel shotgun, to be honest. So maybe we just stash the cannon for now, put this powder flask. It's very important to position properly, like reload the item to the right of this, so we want this to be positioned like so. Now it's going to be reloading the double barrel, allowing it to deal that much more damage. We can also take some throwing knives, which is yet another ammo item, which I'm going to be very happy to pick up right here. Deals 15 damage every 3 seconds, but when you critically hit, it automatically triggers, so you don't have to wait for the cooldown. It's one of the more broken items in my opinion, so we pick it up early just in case. We reroll, and we find nothing useful. This is some armor that provides us some shielding. I don't think we really want shielding, we just want to deal damage. You can place some disruption items as well. For example, this one will get to destroy the enemy's items so they never get to use them again. Probably not what we want to do though, we just want to destroy them with heavy amounts of damage. Speaking of an ammo build, we see this merchant which is going to sell ammo items to us, so let's take a look at him. We see bolas, a revolver, and a grenade. We don't have any space currently, and if we do level up and receive some more space, we do have the cannon to put right there. So I don't think any of these items are what we want. We just want to find another shotgun or throwing knife for the sake of upgrades. And we do find the throwing knife, which triples their damage, extremely powerful, so we're going to take that. We find the cannon, which also triples the damage and doubles the burn, but is it really worth it to put into our build instead of this weapon right here? I think the answer might honestly be yes. Let's buy it, let's upgrade the cannon, replace the little spear that we have. It is scaling, yes, if you do use it, but I think we just scale up much faster with the weapons that we currently have. So let's not bother with the spear at all. That was a very good merchant for us. Here, I think since it is a closed beta, you see a little bit of bugs happening. Like, for example, we wanted to exit out of this merchant and this entirely disappeared. So I suppose I'm going to be kicked out of the game in a little while. Maybe I cut this off of the video, who knows, depending on how long it takes. But it goes to show this is still in development. This is not the final version of the game. The final version, I believe, is coming out in January. So it will have a little bit of time to get refined, and it will have a little bit of time for me to just break it completely, hopefully. I think we're taking a little bit long to do all of this though. Like it's not kicking me out. Let me try going to the main menu perhaps. Will that let me escape? That did help me out. So let's go back into the game and hopefully proceed from where we left off. I'll be super sad if that deleted some of our progress because we did upgrade a lot in that shop. Hopping back right into it. After a little bit of a loading screen, of course. But it seems like everything is as we left it. So our throwing knife is upgraded, our cannon is upgraded, so I think we should be good to go. And honestly, I think we are capable of taking on any kind of enemy. Like typically you can see the bronze enemy is supposed to be the weakest, the silver one in the middle is supposed to be medium difficulty, and the hard golden enemy is supposed to be the one that gives you the most reward. So I'm kind of tempted to go for him just because we have a build that is extremely powerful. And yeah, hopefully we get to win. Kind of greedy from me, but I do think we have a good foundation. They do have 250 more HP than we do, but you can see the amount of damage we are dishing out. It's crazy. Yeah, in the end it turns out to be not close at all and we end up winning. So we get to steal one of their items or skills. What do we get? We get the Shoe Blade. Deals 30 damage with 30% crit chance, which maybe we can slot in after we level up. We're kind of close to leveling up. The blue notches right here signify how much more we have. 2 more events and we will have leveled up. We can look for some medium and large items, but we don't have that much gold right now, so let's just go to this random event. We can gain a skill, we can gain some gold, or we can gain XP. I am a really big fan of the skills because they are basically passive abilities that you keep for the rest of the game, so we're going to pick up a skill right here. The first time you use a large item each fight, slow one item for 5 seconds. Slowing is having their usage, like for example if my double barrel shotgun got slowed, it would fire every 6 seconds instead of every 3 seconds. So it can be very powerful, but we don't have any large items right now. This is considered to be a medium-sized item as it does take only 2 slots. We can take a free shield item, we can buy some experience, or we can look for some weapons. I think we get the free item just to sell it perhaps because we are a little bit short on gold. We did see the armor a little bit in the past, so we are very happy to pick it up right here. We can get a weapon for our level up reward. Going to be yet another spear. So all of a sudden we have an upgraded spear that scales up twice as quickly, so maybe now we put it in. Getting 50 damage every time we defeat an enemy. And I think we're going to be very reliably taking out enemies with the strength of the build that we have currently. Our opponent did also win their first fight, so they are sure to be relatively strong as well, but hopefully we should be able to beat over them. Yeah, they have only a single massive spear, but they have almost no HP, so we almost immediately take them out. Kind of funny. The spear didn't even do anything, but it gets to upgrade itself. Kind of funny. What do we have here? We can buy some tools. Tools are, you can probably tell, non-weapons. This is considered a tool. This is like a support item. Maybe we don't really need any support items though, so let's just go for a bronze skill. Before we pick a skill, let's take a look at the items that we have received. From the fishing rod, we received some coral, which is a healing item, so we can almost immediately just sell it for some extra gold, as we are not going to need that. From the shovel, we got this narwhal, which deals 4 damage every 4 seconds. It's a lot worse than the shoe blade that we have, so I think we can safely sell this as well eventually. But it does count as a friend, and that is very important in the future. I will show you why. So this is why we'll keep him for now. Let's take a look at what we want to do though. Your small weapons deal 3 more damage. We don't have any small weapons though other than the throwing knife, so let's just get 10 more gold and move on. Let's go to this merchant that sells items, hopefully getting some upgrades. Reload the item to the right of this 2 ammo, so it's going to be reloading the double barrel shotgun even faster, which I think is going to be good for us. Since the shotgun does get to fire before the powder flask, I think it's going to be very important to stay on top of the reloads. Might as well reroll the shop as well, hoping to see something good. Upgrading the shovel doesn't give you any better items, so maybe it's not worth the upgrade, so I guess we just skip. What do we want to face? We have a fire build, a freeze build, and maybe a mech build with shielding. It's kind of difficult to tell. Who do we want to face? Let's try going up um, against the ice build, because if we get to steal an ice item, that would be extremely powerful. We can start freezing our opponent. Like you can see right here how powerful the freeze is. It just completely disables an item. You are unable to do anything with it. But sadly his freezes are a little too slow, so we just take him out regardless. Which for us is great news. We get to steal one of the items. I think this is the best item that he had. Deals 30 damage and freezes an item, and it also scales all of our weapons, but it does only trigger once every 12 seconds, and you can probably tell that the battles right now don't even take 12 seconds to complete. So maybe we keep the weapon, but we are not going to be very happy to use it just yet. Let's take a look at this curio merchant. He sells a lot of junk items, which when you sell them back to him, they give you some benefits. So for example, these lifting gloves, when we sell them, all of our weapons will be dealing 3 more damage. So we buy them for 2 gold, we sell them back for 1 gold. So we did only spend 1 gold to make this, and all of our weapons now deal 3 extra damage. So it's very strong, I think. Just spamming stuff, buy, selling. This is like buying cows in Super Autopets. This is the literal equivalent. Getting a ton of value. We can get 2 HP regen for 1 gold, which I think is going to be important. Some max HP as well. Do we want anything else? When you sell this, your heal items gain 10 heal. We don't have any heal items, so we can just reroll. Hopefully seeing some more damage items. Actually, this one reduces the cooldown of our stuff, which is going to be very important. What do we want to put it on though? I think on the shotgun is where we want to put it. Either on the shotgun or on the throwing knives. Throwing knives are probably going to stick around for longer, so I'm going to reduce the cooldown of them. And now they're down to 2.9 seconds instead of 3. And you might not think that it is a lot of time to be saving, but it is highly relevant. So hopefully we get to see that later on into the run. So here we go. I think we got a relatively decent upgrade from that. Now we get to go to this random event, see what they have to offer us. Some income, some extra gold generation. We can get some extra XP as well, but I think the income is what we want to take. As we level up, and we can get an ammo item. This is why I wanted to keep the friend, by the way. Get 2 loot items. If you have a friend, get an additional 2 items. So this narwhal right here, it is considered a friend, so it would be very beneficial for us to keep it for as long as possible. But I think we should just get this ammo item. It's a revolver which reloads itself if we critically hit, which I think is going to be quite useful. We can, I guess, combine it with the shoe blade. That has a higher chance of critting. And yeah, send it. Lambo Enjoyer level 4 got 2 wins without losing even one, so they are sure to have a very strong build going for them. Question is, are we stronger or not? They are playing a little bit of a different class that is focused on defending and healing more than attacking. But I think we are so bursty that it doesn't even matter that they're shielding and healing. We just get to take them out, getting our third victory. And this so far is going great. The spear that we have right here is scaling up for 50 damage every time we win a fight. What do we want to do? Health, toughness, and shield items are basically useless for us. Let's take a look at what we got first. Poison and shield. We don't poison, we don't shield, so I guess we just sell that. Another narwhal, no need to keep multiple friends, one is all I need. And I suppose we just go for some chocolate bars because all of the other options are awful for us. Let's get rid of this frozen bludgeon to free up some space, and we can buy some chocolates. And each chocolate gives us 10 max HP, so we get to sell all of them for a 50 net gain. 610 max HP now, which I think is relatively decent for this point in the game. Not the best, but it's very survivable. Here we see a katana that deals 4 damage every 2 seconds. A rifle that is very happy if it is the only weapon that we have, which of course is not the case for us. Another upgrade to the shovel. Do we want it? I don't think the answer is yes still. As a whole, kind of a useless shop, which is a little unfortunate. And I guess we go into... we can go into either this fight, which might be able to give us some useful items, or this extra difficult fight that I think will give us massive rewards if we get to come over. So hopefully we are well equipped in order to take it out. They do have some very scary looking aquatic stuff going, but maybe it's still good enough for us to win. Yeah, we're burning a lot, we're dealing a lot of damage. We did get a hit from the spear as well. I think we should be good to go. It's close. Yeah, close for comfort, but with just 100 HP left, we get to win over the difficult fight. And as a reward, we maybe get the worst item that they had, which is a little bit of a slap in the face, but it's okay. Do we want to upgrade the burn on the cannon? I don't think the answer is yes. We get a weapon, we get lower cooldown on our aquatics. I don't think we have any aquatics other than these two that we don't use at all, so let's just get a random weapon. It's a switchblade. Okay, so every time that an adjacent weapon to the switchblade attacks, it's going to get 2 extra damage for the duration of the fight, which I think is going to combine very well with the double barrel shotgun. So maybe it's going to replace the revolver. Revolver isn't doing all that much, only dealing 5 damage. So yeah, let's stash the revolver for now, pick up the switchblade. We need to position it correctly though. Adjacent to the double barrel and maybe adjacent to the shoe blade as well. I think this is the perfect positioning for it. We can look for items or we can go to an event. I think looking for items is going to be better for us overall. Let's take a look. What do we have? Immediate switchblade upgrade. We also have this musket which reloads itself every time we burn, which the cannon does for us. Kind of enticing to be honest. Maybe better than the spear that we have, but not that much better. So I guess we just pass it up, we upgrade the switchblade, now it's going to be scaling us for 4 damage every single time that we attack. Some unfortunately useless items. This one does get value every time we sell something, so we can buy it for 6 and potentially sell it for like 50 if we can play our cards right. I'm willing to try it. Yeah, let's buy the Cove. Let's start selling some items like this revolver, for example. The Illuso Ray I don't think we're going to need as well. So all of a sudden this sells for 5. If we sell one more item, we are even, but I think we can get a lot better, especially with this shop right here. Once again, we get to buy sell a lot. This is the item that we just saw a little while ago, so okay. Sell this one, getting some extra XP. Sell this one for the extra 4 damage on the double barrel. And basically just look through everything and see what we can sell for some extra attack. This gives us crit chance, very important, we take it. This gives us max HP, we take it. We are encouraged because of this to buy sell as much as we can, because eventually it will go up to 50 gold and we will be very happy to sell that as well. 2 HP regen, which is basically getting HP every second. And this one that gives all of our weapons 4 damage. Okay, that's great stuff. The narwhal we can maybe sell eventually. Maybe even now, just to free up some space, just to make sure. The heal, the poison, this doesn't give us anything, so we don't really mind it. And we go into another fight. This person has only a single victory, but they are up to level 7, so it is kind of concerning. Even though they appear weak, I am pretty sure they will have a very strong build going for them. Yeah, the spear and the katana, a very strong combination, but thankfully our build is even stronger, so we get to take them out. Not even close in the end, the spears don't even get to attack, that's why I'm not super thrilled to have this weapon right now. It does scale up, sure, but it doesn't really get to deal its damage, so I guess it's on the chopping block eventually. Okay, a little bit of a network hiccup once again. We get another aquatic item that we can sell. Adjacent items gain 2% crit chance for the fight every 3 seconds. I don't think that's super useful. We can sell that as well. The pet rock, kind of interesting. 5 damage, and if it is our only friend, which now it is that we sold our narwhal, it will be giving us 5% crit chance. Over the shoe blade or the spear, maybe. We're definitely going to take it at the very least. This one is also interesting, deals 30 damage and gets us the shield equal to the damage it dealt. Our build doesn't really accommodate it super well, so I don't think we take it. Another spear upgrade, making it very difficult for us to get rid of the spear at this point. Now it's going to be scaling up for 75 damage every time we take someone out. Sells known weapons, get a small non-weapon, we are not really interested in any of that. We can just get one free experience or a random item. I think the experience is going to be better as it is going to level us up. Or so I thought, but apparently I was mistaken. Who do we want to fight? It's going to be kind of difficult to select a proper opponent here. I think this is going to be our guy just because he does give me the vibes that he has a similar build to ourselves, so we can get to steal something good. It does seem to be the case. They do have the throwing knives, they do have the pistol sword. Pistol sword would be an amazing get if we manage to snatch it from them. This one is also okay, giving us 1 max ammo. Let's take a look at what we get though. It's okay. It's not too bad. Gunpowder, when you sell this, your leftmost ammo weapon gains 1 max ammo. So we will put that onto the throwing knife. We can throw one more knife before we have 0 charges left. The cannon I'm not super happy with as well. We can sell that eventually too. Your weapons gain 1 damage for each weapon you have. Your burn items have more stuff. Or we can get more loot items. I think we just take the straight up damage. And we're very happy. We can find some gold tier items which we can hopefully use to replace some of our stuff. That's a very good item, Cannonade. When you use a weapon, deal 50 damage automatically. So we don't have to wait for any weapon to finish its cooldown, or at least we don't have to wait for this weapon to finish its cooldown. Every time that we fire a weapon, this also fires. I think this is extremely overpowered, and I think it's what we're going to take. So, what do we sell for it? I guess the spear. We can also sell this one. It does cost 24. We need to make some gold for it. I guess the cannon can go. Cannon we can sell like so. We still will need some space. What do we sell though? I guess the spear is what we sell. Even though it deals 390 damage, it just feels very weak in this build. As it doesn't get to trigger at all. So we take this one. We can put the pet rock in as well for that extra little bit of crit chance. And hopefully this is the right decision. This was a very big decision to take. We can take some aquatic items. We can make some money using this event in the middle right here, which is what I think we're going to do. Shield item, 2 gold and a 2, or 2 gold and a weapon. I think we're always going to be interested in the weapons. We get this laser pistol dealing 10 damage every 5 seconds. Even though it says it's a pistol, I don't see any ammo on it. Therefore, I don't think we really want it. So let's just sell out of it real quick. See how we go against this opponent who is level 5. They have one every single time though, so they should be very formidable. Technically we did just get a massive upgrade with the cannons, so hopefully we get to win with even more ease than usual. Yeah, take a look at this. 50 damage out of nowhere, another bit of 50 damage. Yeah, if it was the spear would not have even attacked at this point, so I think we made the right decision. And we can continue to upgrade this as well. We can do a lot of stuff with this cannonade. For now, let's take a look at what we found. Another pet rock. Unfortunately, when you get 2 items like this, you cannot combine them. You need to find one in the shop in order for a combination to happen. So this is one relatively useless pet. We're going to sell out of it. We're going to sell out of this coral. Getting a lot of gold out of these shovel and fishing rod. I'm very happy that we got them early. What do we want to do now? Get a small weapon. Get some money and a weapon. Or do we just want to see more small items? Maybe small items is the way to go. We do have a couple of small items we're going to be very happy to see. This weapon, the weapon to the left of this deals 30 damage. I think I don't want to get a non-weapon silencer. Butterfly swords also kind of not really appealing, unfortunately. These ones are just defensive aquatic items, which we don't really care to have. If I had to cut off one weapon from this combo right now, it would have to be the shoe blade, probably. A little bit too slow, doesn't deal that much damage. We can see some large items in the shop, like a cannonade, for example. Or we can get a friend. A pet rock would be kind of helpful to see. That's very unlikely to happen though, so let's just take a look at the large items. Maybe we do find the cannonade, who knows. This is the cove that we have in our stash. We can upgrade it. I don't think it upgrades in a way that we really care about, so let's just reroll. No cannonade, unfortunate. A lot of good stuff, including this ammo item, but I think the cannons are just going to be that much better for us. What do we want to fight? We can fight the Lich. The Lich is very threatening, maybe even too threatening for our purposes, but the other builds I don't think are going to give us that much stuff. Let's try for the Lich. Let's try for the bigger is bigger reward kind of strategy. Yeah, he poisons and he freezes, and he slows down our stuff, and he has a ton of HP as well, so I don't think we're beating this, but I'll be very surprised if we do. Already dealing half his damage, but we get frozen once again. I don't think this is happening. Yeah, we're going to die of poison. Relatively close though. 600 HP left on him. He started off with like 3000, I think. We still get the level up. Lose 10% max HP, your weapons gain 10% damage and 5% crit chance. I think this is absolutely incredible for us. This one is your leftmost weapon gains 14 damage. I don't think that's necessary. Yeah, I think we did relatively well in the fight. We did earn some gold from it as well, so we can go shopping once again. Like, for example, find any item in the bazaar. Sounds kind of appealing. Another shovel. I don't think we want another shovel. Even though it's a defensive shovel, it gives a shield as well as damage. When you use the item to the left of this, here's the item to the right of this for 1 second. Maybe useful. It will help us fire off a lot of stuff, but I think we can find better. Let's continue rolling. When you sell this, give your items +2 value. 2 sell value, maybe not super relevant to our purposes. Let's reroll again. What are we looking for? I can't really tell you what we're looking for. I guess we're just looking for something decent. Maybe this can be good. At the start of each day, get 3 spare change, which is basically 3 gold. We already have a lot of gold generation though. We don't have enough space in our inventory for this. So let's reroll once again. What is this? Fire report. Oh, it recharges the ammo items and also burns. Probably not good enough. Maybe reroll a bunch of more times, and if we don't find anything, we just call it a day and we go to the next event. Deal 12 damage, and when you crit, this gains 12 damage for the fight every 4 seconds. It's a large item though, that's what I don't like about it. Maybe we take this one. Tasdian Dagger deals 5 damage, and adjacent potions have 1 extra ammo. If it's potions and not like throwing daggers, maybe not. I think, okay, final reroll and then we stop. Hopefully we see something nice, and I think this is going to be good enough. When you sell this, reduce your item's cooldown by 3%. Let's take a look at the rest of the stuff though. This one has multicast if you can build enough damage onto it, which I don't think we care about. When you sell this, gain 3 chocolate bars, which is going to be some max HP. I think we want this one though. Reduce cooldowns, going to fire off even quicker, burst down even quicker, activate the cannons even quicker. I think we're going to be very strong. Let's get a free item, as now we have no money to buy anything. A lighter, I guess, is what we're going to take. And we're going to face off against this opponent right here. They haven't been winning all of their fights, but they are level 10, so maybe they have a lot of HP. Typically, if you don't win a lot, it means you are probably scaling up, which is bad news for the person who gets to fight them later on in the game, which in this case is me. But right now it seems like we're doing amazingly well. They didn't even get to fire off their big railgun, so We're on a track to a perfect victory right now. Six wins, 4 more to go. Let's take a look at the items that we received. A narwhal and a hemlock for poison. I guess we sell both of them. What do we want to do? Get a small friend. I guess get a small friend for free. Burn 4 for each adjacent friend or property gains 4 more burn. We're not a burn deck, so we don't really care. Let's sell this. Now we have 20 gold, maybe we can spend around a little bit. Let's go to this shop right here. Can we find a throwing knife in the shop to upgrade our pre-existing one? That would be great news if we can. Oh, ask and you shall receive, I guess. We just take it, we double our damage. That's incredible. Do we take something else though? Ice Pick. Deals 20 damage and freezes one item, and also scales up. The Shoe Blade is comparable to it. Freezing items is very strong when you can do it, but is it worth it? Maybe not. Maybe we're just so strong that we don't need to worry about burning anything. This is a legendary enemy. I'm thinking about if we can take him on or not. He revives himself, I believe, when you take him out once. Can we take him out? He does burn you, he does some freezing. Taking on this opponent right here is not a horrible idea either. We can maybe go for greatness. Last time we didn't succeed though, so I'm kind of scared. So let's just go for the Cosmic Rock and call it a day. We're not going to play it risky this time. This should be a very easy win for us though. And we should be getting a decent item out of this. Like, these feathers that reduce our cooldown are going to be super important for maybe something like the double barrel shotgun. Let's see if we get one of them though. That is exactly what we get, so we're going to be very happy to put it on the shotgun. Let's first receive it. Sell the feather. Now it fires off every 2.6 seconds, triggering the cannon even faster. And from the upgrade we got a max ammo, maybe on the throwing knife, I think is going to be most correct. So here we go. Now this has 5 ammo, is going to be dealing a ton of damage. We have some gold to work around with. We can maybe go to the item merchant, hoping to find yet another upgrade. We do still need an upgrade for the double barrel shotgun if we can find it. I think I saw something interesting in the shop just now. This logbox over here. When you win a fight, this gains 1 value and your weapons have damage equal to this item's value. So it's going to be giving us some passive damage, which I think is going to be super worth it. Right now it's only 4 extra damage, but I think we're going to be scaling up very quickly. Can we buy something useful? Grape shot maybe? When you use another ammo item, this reloads 1 ammo. We basically want to enable the cannons as quickly as possible, and I think the shoe blade don't do it often enough. So I guess we put them away. We buy the grape shot, even though it does look weaker. Our main objective is to just activate the cannon as quickly as possible. Maybe we sail the cove relatively soon, as it is taking up a lot of space. Can we find another set of cannons before we do that though? Let's look for some large items. No cannons, let's reroll, see if we can find them. No cannons once again, that's super unfortunate. But here we go, we get to face off against this level 8 player, which I think we should be able to defeat. At this point I'm kind of confident in the build. We are improving rapidly. Our opponents don't have as much HP as us, so they can't really bust us down. Yeah, this is supposed to be the tanky class and they don't have as much HP as us. So I'm feeling very safe and I'm feeling very strong as well. They did get some damage off though, for once. We did win at the end of the day though, so I think we're doing super well. Day 8, 3 more wins left to go. We can buy a skill unique to our character. The first time you crit each fight, freeze an item for 8 seconds. That's incredible. We do crit sometimes. We do have like 10% crit on some of our stuff, 15 on some other stuff. I think we take the freeze. The disruption is super important. This is useless. This might be useless as well, but I'm going to keep it for now since it's a friend. Bronze tier junk items we're going to buy just because they give us more damage. And cooldown. 3% cooldown on all of our item reduction. That's incredible. What else do we have? 3 damage on all of our items is also incredible. It's especially important to upgrade the cannons, because the cannons are what fires most often. If we can get that up to like 100 damage, 150 damage, that would be absolutely perfect for us. When you sell this, give your items 1% crit chance. Sounds very sizable. So we take it. Right now I feel confident in taking out the later bosses, like this one over here. Let's try it. I think we should be good enough to go. They have 2.5k HP, but we are super bursty, and even though they freeze us a lot, I think we should be good to go. Can we continue to win? Here we go. I'm looking at the shotgun over here, almost running out of ammo, but it was no point in worrying, I suppose, as we just win relatively easily and we get a Tesla coil. Deal 20 damage, and when you use an adjacent item, deal 20 more damage. That's kind of insane, to be honest with you. Maybe instead of the switchblade, since it doesn't get to attack that often. Yeah, maybe put the Tesla coil between the double barrel shotgun and the cannon. That would be incredible, actually. That's an incredible item that we just found. Let me try to slot that in somehow. Sell this guy. Switchblade we can put away. Maybe Pet Rock we can put away. Something like this. Actually, no. Let's just move the cannons over, not to disrupt the positioning that we already have. If this works how I think it should work, dealing 20 extra damage whenever we activate the cannons, that's absolutely perfect for us. We also get to deal 8 more damage per item. Great stuff. I will keep these two around just in case that what I did was a potential misplay, so we can revert back to how we were. I think this should be a huge upgrade though. What are we looking for? Sells weapons? Basically anything here we can find. But of course we find nothing, which is perfectly fine. I think we should still be good enough to win. Sells large items. Once again, I ask for the cannons. If we can find the cannons, I think we're set to win. Nope. We have seen like 12 large items and none of them have been the cannon. Super unfortunate, but what can you do? Let's hop into another fight. It's going to be very sad if this doesn't end up being a win, but I have high hopes. Just because we switched up the build a little bit doesn't mean that we're that much worse. And I think the Tesla coil does work the way I want it to. Is it zapping? I think it is zapping. It's kind of difficult to tell with all of this ruckus happening on the battlefield. Our opponent almost managed to heal out of the damage that we provided, but thankfully we still ended up winning at the end. Get a haste item. Let's first see what we got. A weak switchblade, which we're going to sell. A poison item, which we don't care about. Okay. Let's get the haste item. Shield 30, and when you use a non-weapon item, it and this gains haste too. Completely useless for us, unfortunately, but at least it does sell for 8 gold. Let's get another skill. Late game skills are completely overpowered. When you use an ammo item, slow an item down for 2 seconds. I think that's a game winner. We fire off so quickly that we're going to be disrupting them extremely much. Let's try to face off against the elite duelist and hope that we do alright. I remember he has lifesteal on his attacks, but maybe he doesn't attack often enough that we should be worrying. Also, we are going to be slowing down his weapon activation, so he won't get to lifesteal as much. Yeah, okay, looking good. And we win. If we can get his lifesteal skill, we're going to be extremely happy. Oh, we did get a skill, but not the one that we wanted. Your small weapons deal 18 damage. That is also great. That's a big upgrade over here, but we were hoping for better, obviously. Let's sacrifice some HP for damage and crit chance. I think it's going to be worth it. Sells ammo skills. That sounds like another good decision. We're the ultimate ammo build right now. When you crit with an item, reload another item for 1 ammo. That sounds incredible. Your items have 1 max ammo, which I don't think is super relevant outside of the throwing knives. When you use an ammo item, give it 5% crit chance for the fight, which also sounds great. I think this is the one that we want. When you crit with an item, reload another item for +1 ammo. Which means if we get that crit chance up a little bit, we can get rid of this powder flask and put in yet another weapon for the cannon to re-trigger. How can we find another weapon though, or another crit increase? We can get a diamond tier item, we can get some XP, we can get 3 small items. Let's try for the diamond tier item, maybe it's something incredible. It's a nesting though. Shield equal to this item's ammo. At the start of each day, this gains 3 max ammo. It is an ammo thingy, and we do have some ammo synergy, but is it better than the powder flask? Kinda difficult to say. I guess I'll keep it. I'll keep it and maybe we get to use it eventually, but not right now. I feel like it would be way too risky. This player maybe we get to defeat. He's level 9. He doesn't have as many wins as us. He does have a lot of gold, which makes me think that this might be a bot. But it does look very good for us. We should be winning, I think. Yeah, it takes a little bit. He is building up a little bit of poison on us, but we are freezing and slowing his weapon. So he doesn't get to do all that much as we just continue the onslaught and eventually take him down. So we, I believe, got our 9th victory just now. So we are on track to a perfect run. We just need to win the last fight, which I think is going to be relatively achievable. Let's take a look at what we just unlocked. A revolver, which is an ammo item, but it deals a very small amount of damage. Its cooldown is unremarkable, so we just sell it, I suppose. The nesting though, if it was a weapon with 2 seconds cooldown, I would be thrilled to put it in my team, but unfortunately that is not the case. What do we do here? Gold tier skill is what we can get. Another broken skill that we can maybe exploit. When you freeze, your items gain 2% crit chance. When you use an ammo item, give it 5% crit chance for the fight. I think this is what we wanted all along. I did say that we wanted crit. This is crit. We take it. It works on all ammo weapons, right? When you use an ammo item, give it 5% crit chance for the fight. It only highlights the throwing knives, which is a little bit concerning, but I am hoping that it works on the grape shot and the double barrel as well. Yeah, it does keep highlighting the throwing knives. Maybe it's not as good as I imagined. So I guess we keep the powder flask, but it's still fine as we are incredibly overpowered. Let's fight another monster just for the sport. He's a burning build. He has caltrops which make it so that whenever we attack, he attacks back for 200 damage, which is extremely concerning. And we actually end up losing over here. But that is because our build just attacks that often that we are basically our own worst enemy. Which I think is a good problem to have. Let's try to take on a frost enemy now, which should be yet another counter to us, so if we lose it's going to be alright. I think it's not very indicative of the strength of the build. Yeah, he is scaling up this damage item over here, which is super scary, but yeah, I think we're going to be losing this. I can't really save this situation. Even though he does completely counter us, it does end up being kinda close in the end. If he gets off this attack, he wins. And just barely. If the fight had lost it even a split second longer, we would have lost. But thankfully we won. We get this item that says when your enemy uses an item, freeze it for 1 second. Super strong typically, but I don't think we really need it, to be perfectly honest with you. It doesn't really work with our current stuff. So we just sell it for 25 gold. Now we have 50. And we can upgrade the cannons finally. Now they deal 150 damage. So I feel great about this all of a sudden. We can get some haste and charge skills just to make it so that we activate our abilities that much more often. The first 5 times you crit each fight, charge an item with 3 seconds, which basically makes it so that you immediately get to act again with it. Or we can take this one. When you use your leftmost item, haste an item for 2 seconds. Our leftmost would be this one, so it's not that remarkable, but if it was the dagger, I think it would have been super strong. Let's take this one for the crits. We don't crit consistently, sadly, but I think it's still going to be relatively alright. We can find some weapons, hopefully getting a last little bit of upgrade before we go. Take a look at some of the stuff on offer. Unfortunately, no grape shot, no throwing knife, no double barrel, but it's okay. I don't think we needed any of that anyway. So hopefully this is going to be the last fight of the video. A little bit of a long run as it turns out, but I did have a lot of fun. Even though the game crashes occasionally, it's still very fun to play. They are very similar to us in their build structure, but are we going to come out on top is the question. And the obvious answer is yes, and it's not even close. So we win, getting our 10 wins, and I believe this is going to be a perfect victory. Super well played, I think, from start to finish. I still don't know if the Tesla core works with these two items. That's up to you in the comments to tell me, I suppose. Please let me know. But other than that, yeah, that is the basics of the Bazaar. A little bit of a longer runtime, but a lot more fun in my opinion. And very fresh, like SAP has gotten a little bit stale for me, so I am very happy to switch things up a little bit by playing some of the Bazaar. So yeah, this is going to be it for me. Let me know if you want to see more in the comments. I will gladly put out more content. But for now, if you did enjoy, I really hope that you like, sub, do all the generic stuff, and I will talk to you next time. Take care.